I'm very curious.
Yes.
I want to ask you one thing, Kumar. I know that you had been applying for 2 long years before you and I met.
Yeah. Yes.
You and I worked together for 5 months on the application, 4 5 months.
Yeah. Yeah.
Top admits, Duke and HEC. I personally want to ask, and I think a lot of people would also want to know, what do you think were the main areas that led to 2 consecutive years of not anything happening, and then you took 2 massive top schools? What do you think were the main areas that changed everything?
I think the first was I realized that I'm not supposed to kid anyone. I'm not supposed to deceive anyone through an application. That I needed to be very true, and those things within themselves were good enough. I think that was also something that I was very low on confidence when I started applying, but that my stories also carried weight. That my stories were actually worthy uh, of getting an admit, so that I do not need to make stories up, was something that I realized first as soon as I started. I don't know why. Maybe because of the questionnaire that he sent me, maybe because I tried to answer it as truthfully as I could, but it happened. Then the other point was talking to people. I would not have done it had you not pushed me, had you not shouted at me at one point. But I reached out to people, and once I started doing it, it actually turned out so well that I started enjoying those conversations. I used to come back from office and have appointments midnight or at 1 o'clock at night. And, I used to be up and talk to people, and it would. I started really seeing myself in their shoes. If someone asked me something about my school, what would I want to tell them? And when I see those answers coming out from a school repeatedly, then I really associate with that school. So this happens only when you talk to people. The answers that others get from these people are not your answers. So you yourself need to do it. You cannot Google those up. Even if they are out there, they are not your answers. So you have to talk to people. And thirdly, I think the essays and again the stories within themselves, because now I had so much information about the schools, now because I had thought about my own experiences in such depth and with such honesty, that I could connect the experience in the school with my experience in office or whatever I was doing before that, and then see how these things how my experience can be in the school. And that is what came out in the essays, in addition to what I wanted to do after the MBA, in addition to where I saw my career going, or just even when you want to include a name of a professor in your application, what you would do is see the professor's profile on LinkedIn, or see what they do at the school or the subjects that they teach. Instead of that, try to watch a webinar. There are a lot of webinars happening these days. So just watch a webinar, listen to the professor for 10 minutes, and then you'll know if you want to write about this professor in your application or not. Some people would like to talk about a statistics professor. Some people would like to talk about an operations professor because they liked whatever they had to say. So there are a lot of channels to know about people from beyond what we think they are, beyond LinkedIn, beyond the school's website. Even on the school's website, there would be so many videos and links to the webinars that these people are having. So invest that time, and investing that time, now that I think about it, had I done that, that would have added more value. But anyway, whatever I did was just think very, very honestly, talk to the people and connect those things to make sure that my essays sound very, or are very genuine. They did not sound genuine, they were genuine. And all the way, Jatin was there to help me, to correct me whenever I went wrong. And I did go wrong a lot. And thank you for teaching me there, teaching me online.
I heard one thing that shouted at you, and I'm sorry for that.
No way. That actually worked. And you were very clear how our relationship was going to be as long as we were working together. And I accepted those terms, and I knew what was coming. So it was absolutely fine. I have no regrets or nothing negative about it. I was very happy that you shouted at me. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.